looking for a win against the Eastern. The Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. Part of a homestand for the Bucks. Ryan Owens, he's checked in for Plumlee. Parker, and it's Tyler Ennis in for Michael Carter-Williams. Chicago also making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. And Lee subbed in for Derrick Rose. So for Chicago right now, Lee in at point with Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Caspi in at the 3 spot. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. The Bulls leading by 3. And a wide open look for Lee. Vaughn with the rebound. Bucks have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. He dishes it to Ennis, feeds to Parker. And not gonna go. He misses the first attempt on the night. There's Lee with the 3, and that one's good. Lee's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Lee's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Now the pass to Vaughn. Ennis with the ball. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Using his post move to get the 2 points.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
It's stolen by Ennis. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. Ennis, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Lee outside. Trying his luck deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And I don't care how much you grind it out defensively. When you shoot it that poorly, you're going to struggle to win games.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle, it's going to be virtually impossible if you shoot as poorly as they did.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Inglis checked in. Tony Snell's checked in for the Bulls. Livingston comes in for Butler. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. Finished off the break. Lee's got 5 now.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Parker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Such a wide open look.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Ennis misses. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Miami Heat.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
There's the 3. No good on the buzzer beater.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better make some noise for your energy.
Here for Milwaukee. Ryan Owens, he's checked in for Plumlee. Jabari Parker comes in for Monroe. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Damian Inglis. And it's Vaughn in for Ennis. Taking a look at the Bulls. Butler and Snell are the wingmen. Caspi is out there with Kostakoukas. And it's Lee in at the 1 spot. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Bulls from the top of the key. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. There's the screen. Carter-Williams, the pass to Hollins. Here's Parker. True on the 14-footer. Parker's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Milwaukee.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
There's Lee with the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Parker outside. Cannot hit. And the Bulls going the other way now. They host the 76ers after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. No good from Lee. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Lee with the ball. Now defended by Carter Williams. Puts up the baby hook. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Pass to Vaughn. Kicks to Carter Williams. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Carter Williams has got 7 points for the quarter. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Lee outside. Lee can't get that one to fall.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Parker. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
What a smart pass by Carter Williams right there.
Lee outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Carter Williams slams it in. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And here we go. Fast break. Carter Williams has got the ball. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Caspi. And the first half. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter. Well-group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ryan Hollins, he's checked in for Plumlee. Damian Inglis comes in for Greg Monroe. Parker's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Ennis in for Carter Williams. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Kufis checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for...
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Hollins. Kufis grabs the miss. Chicago trailing here. Here's the screen, and Mirotic kicks to Lee. Hits it from 3-point range. Lee's got 5 points in the quarter. Clark, this game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Ennis. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night. Bulls have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. That's a 2 from Lee. They grabbed their own miss. The Bucks shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Here's Ennis. And he gets it to go. Ennis has got 14 points.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
A nice shot by Gasol.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Now here's Ennis, covered by Lee. Ennis dishes to Hollins. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. No good from Lee. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Parker outside. And stolen by Mirotic. Out to the right wing. Lee outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Vaughn's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Parker. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 4 assists now tonight.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
That's a 2 from Lee. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back.
And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, Michael Carter Williams.
They asked an awful lot from him tonight offensively.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the
on some chill. We go 0-2.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA season is in high gear, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. My companions are Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Chicago Bulls. Last game for Chicago, they ended up with a loss to the Bucks at BMO Harris Bradley Center. They won the first matchup of this season series. We'll see if they can get another tonight. And with a little bit of time here before tip-off, I'll kick off a topic. Defense, as we know, a key to winning basketball. Kenny, talk about the hallmarks of a great defensive team.
Well, first there has to be an anchor in the back. And if you have an anchor in the back, then all of a sudden you can start with containing the basketball and denying those open lanes.
I've started.
It's the Eastern Conference on display featuring the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. Kufis checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Caspi. And Lee's subbed in for Rose. Taking a look at the 76ers. On the wings, Roten and Grant. Noel is out there with Carl Landry. And it's Marshall in at the 1 spot.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Chicago leading by 16. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. He told me that they're ready for an exciting game, going up against a team that's certainly capable of filling it up in a hurry. But he said we can't get so carried away trying to score with them that we get away from playing tough, gritty defense. If you slack off even a little bit, they can really go off. Guys, we'll see if they can strike the right balance and even the series. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. That's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
Yeah, and that's why they've got to be ultra-focused at the defensive end right from the tip.
And I have no doubts that they will be. As bluntly as Coach put it to Doris, I'm sure he was even more blunt when he was talking to his guys.
Roten, the pass to Noel. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Noel's got his second bucket tonight.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
That's a 2 from Lee. Another one falls for Chicago.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Noel sets a screen for Marshall. No one near Landry as he lets it go. The shot's good. Marshall making the play.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they're a step slow today.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Landry, a screen on Lee. And Marshall kicks to Landry. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by the Bulls. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Marshall with it, working on Lee. Marshall gets the bucket.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
And a wide open look for Lee. His three-pointer's off the mark. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Brooklyn Nets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Kuvas checked in for Noah. Gasol comes in for Caspi. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Mirotic. And Lee's subbed in for Derrick Rose. Taking a look at the 76ers. Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Tony Roten out there with Kendall Marshall. And it's Okafor in at the 5. Here's the floater. Good. And 12 points for Freak.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Roten kicks to Grant. Picked by Okafor. Grant outside. Shot clock at 5. Noel sets a screen for Grant. Gasol with the defensive effort. The Bulls leading by 18. Here's Lee outside. Again, the miss by Lee. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Grant gets a wide open look. The shot's good. Marshall making the play. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now here's Lee. Not a lot of room. And the rejection by Noel. And they're able to recover. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, despite that possession, something that I've liked is they've been under control while getting out in this lead. They've kept those turnovers down.
Picked by Okafor. And Marshall kicks to Okafor. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
A chance here, Kevin, to take a look at the 76ers and how they rank in the NBA right now. Second in fewest turnovers per game. Third in opponent points per game. And they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And you got to love how well they safeguard their offensive possessions. You see the ranking, second fewest turnovers committed, terrific ball handling, and smart passing.
And that is good.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Feeds to Noel. The shot is off, so the Bulls will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And that one's good. 14 points for Freak.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Roten, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now, here is Mirotic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Roten. And through the first half of...
Well, Pau, tell us.
Up going with the new group. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Carl Landry's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Noel. Tony Roten, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in for Williams. Lee, he's in at the point. Tony Snell is out there with Mirotic. And there's Livingston. And it's Koufos in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Grant dishes to Roten. High, arcing shot. Here's Jackson, and it's blocked by Mirotic. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. The 76ers making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Landry. Roten with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Okafor, the 15-footer, good. Okafor's got 6 points.
It's really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Lee outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Goes up.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
They have a little extra mojo going here, a little extra pep in their step, more hustle in this second half. They're doing a much better job in terms of second chance points.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bulls.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And, guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Pau Gasol is checked in for the Bulls. Here's Marshall. Doubled by Lee. Okafor kicks to Marshall. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Marshall's got 6. And it's Lee penetrating. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Now here's Roten, covered by Mirotic. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Philadelphia, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And they've been mediocre all season long.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
Better shooting from the charity stripe was what made the difference, I think, Clark, in this one.
And I think it was a matter of concentration, Kevin. They really locked in from the line.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And making the right plays when they needed to, closing out this club for the second time this season. This victory pushes their record to 2-0 with 2 games left to go against the 76ers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Jimmy Butler. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Kendall Marshall. He's out there with Jackson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Tony Roden. And it's Dennis in at the 4. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now the dish to Covington. The 76ers again can't hit it. Livingston kicks to Lee. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. 15 seconds left in the game. Knocked away. Here is Livingston. With the fadeaway. Misses there. And so Chicago takes this one.
Joe Kim.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Jimmy Butler. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And we'll be seeing Zach Randolph in action in this one. And while he doesn't quite put up the big numbers he once did, he is still an absolute bulldozer, Kenny, out there at the 4 spot. And you can always pencil in a double-double.
Oh, you can. I mean,
that's a bulldozer backing up.
Oh, backing up. I got you. He's a big guy, velvet touch, light around the rim, won't dunk at all. But
And welcome everyone to another presentation.